Yes.
I didn't have to.
Well, you if you want. Cameras to change, so if somebody talks out there, it'll pick them up.
I need to hit that button though,
Nope, you're
Okay.
done now. Once you do that,
so we have to shut it off.
and then you're done until you
Okay.
shut it off.
Okay, we'll speak soon.
Okay.
So, are we good?
We're good.
Okay.
Speak loud and clear.
Apparently I did get a text from Lucas. They are able to hear us, but apparently some of them were talking and we did not hear them talking.
It shows our mics being muted on
The meeting organizer might be able to unmute.
Now look,
Everyone.
looks like he's unmuted. I don't know if he's talking. If we cannot hear him. Mike, can you say something? If you are talking, we cannot hear you.
Turn it on up there.
This?
One thing I could do is, if
I know for sure.
Al, I can get Al on the phone.
I don't know what we'll have. What do you got on your agenda? I don't have the agenda in front of me, so go ahead
Sorry.
with your plans.
Minutes, we'll go over the minutes. We'd received the minutes from the June 2nd meeting and I didn't have any corrections.
I didn't either.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for the June 2nd, 2025 meeting.
I second that motion.
All in favor? Hold on. This says Rachel's name. Does he just sign his name and member,
Yeah,
or do I need to sign them?
for what, the minutes?
Yeah, because the secretary usually signs it, but she's not here.
Oh, what we normally do is everybody on the board, like the board of works, everybody would sign it unless they're not there, they wouldn't sign it obviously, so you two can both sign it.
Okay, thank you. I'm the minute taker too. All right, new business. Commonwealth to discuss and give new recommendation for the lead service line bids.
Okay. Well, thank you. My name is John Wetzel and I'm a project engineer with Commonwealth Engineers. I was here for the bid opening May the 5th and have been involved in the water system improvement project, and also the lead service line project. We also have some representatives that are on a Teams meeting. Rep. Al Stone, who is the project manager for both projects, also the corporation's Commonwealth's president. And we do have Mike Kleinpeter, Greg Beamer from Kleinpeter Associates as well. So I think we're having trouble hearing them. Guys, if there's anything you guys want to say, please turn your cameras on and flag us down. Or I can call you directly from my cell phone and get you on that way if need be. So our purpose for being here tonight was to give an update on what's happened since the last time Commonwealth Rep was here. That was the May 19th meeting to review the bids. So we want to give an update on what's happened since then. Go through some things. First of all, regarding the water system improvement project, that's the mains and the tank, where we had the division A and B. All bid documentation was submitted back to the state revolving fund. They're the financier on this. And after their review of everything, they were happy with everything that was submitted. We have gone ahead and proceeded to loan closing, and the closing of the loan happened in June. So those finances for that project are in order and are ready to be spent down for the project. We have a pre-construction meeting that's been scheduled for July 22nd, so roughly a couple of weeks from tonight or today. And we will be meeting with the contractors, and we would expect work, especially the Division A part, maybe to begin 30 to 60 days after that, depending on when they get their materials and their crews scheduled in. So everything's went very well on that. For the lead service line project, same thing. We submitted the post-bid documentation back to SRF. And on that one, if you remember, we had 3 bidders. Apparent low bid was 5 Star Energy. Once their bid was submitted back to SRF, SRF did have some questions and wanted us to verify some information. SRF gets their funds from the feds. And, they have requirements and documentation which they have to meet to ensure that they can get, reimbursed through the feds. So they asked, due to the unbalanced nature of Five Star Energy's bid,
I tried it earlier.
that they submit some additional information back. And what they requested from Five Star was, hey, we'd like to see the cost spread out over all of the items. We had a Teams meeting with them in mid-June. It was Commonwealth reps, Five Star reps, and SRF reps. After that meeting, Five Star did submit additional bid information back. However, what we got back from them, their bid price had increased or roughly doubled, more than doubled. Based upon the conversation we had with them, based upon the information that they resubmitted, they have a material imbalanced bid. And that can complicate things. Once we got that information back, our recommendation on that, due to those complications, would be to look for the next apparent low bidder. That next apparent low bidder would be Rex Construction. So we would ask that you guys take that into consideration. If that is acceptable for you to move forward in that way. Just want to see if you have any questions. Be happy to answer any questions, concerns you have with that. We did meet with the mayor and with Derek and provided some documentation, especially the conversations we had with SRF and the additional information which Five Star submitted back. And that packet that I had passed out previously, that contains all that information in there.
And then Rex's bid is more in line with the SRF funds.
Yeah, ours was the contract was set up as unit price contract. The base bid had roughly 20 line items and their costs were spread out evenly. They put a legitimate, what their actual cost was for each of those line items. Yes.
No, and then also they did some work for you elsewhere, didn't they? The Rex Construction, didn't they do Crown Point?
Yes, they have. They worked on multiple projects in the past. We listed the Crown Point and the Town of La Crosse projects on here. So Commonwealth has worked with them in the past, yes. And they're up around that Crown Point area, that Shearerville area is where they're from. We did make contact with them, and just, guys, we may be considering you, checking on their, workload. It's been almost a couple months since we did the project, but they did indicate that, they have the capacity to do it. Ideally, if things would move forward, they'd probably be able to have crews here late September to mid-October, somewhere in that range, to actually physically start the work.
Do you have any other questions?
I don't have any other questions. You all on board, Mayor?
Yeah, it's frustrating. We were excited about that bid,
Right.
but it is what it is, I guess. So we're back to where we were as far as what we thought it was gonna cost.
That's pretty much close to your estimate to begin with.
Yeah, but both of those, the two apparent lowest bidders, they were both right under the second low bidder was right under the estimate, what originally it was. Yes.
I don't have a problem. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're all on board with it.
Yeah, we don't have any choice.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Right.
I'll make a motion for the lead service line replacement project that we use Rex Construction Company out of Sherrville for the project.
I second that motion.
All in favor? Aye.
We do have to resubmit their bid information, back to SRF. And also, if you remember on May 19th, you guys had a concurrence letter with that recommendation. This is a revised and updated concurrence letter, and it's to SRF. And it does does read, we have reviewed the bids and are satisfied with the apparent low responsive responsible bidder Rex Construction, Inc. In keeping with the recommendation of our engineer, we hereby accept the bid from Rex Construction, Inc. Pending a review and approval of the state revolving fund program. Basically exactly the same
Yeah.
letter that was done on May 19th, except for this is the second low bidder. The apparent low responsive bidder.
Heard that one?
You want keep a copy for yourself there. This information we would submit back to SRF here later this week. We don't expect any issue from SRF out of that. And as long as they're okay, we would then move forward with the process with Rex Construction. Likely, we would try to schedule a pre-construction meeting with them sometime mid-August, early to mid-August, around there. We'll coordinate with everybody's schedule, but that's kind of what we would like to shoot for. And as I said, construction then, if everything works out, maybe beginning late September to mid-October. And as construction progresses, it would be monitored as to far as how the quantities are working out, if additional areas could be added. If we find out that there's not as much lead and we don't have to do as much, we could potentially add other areas then into it.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make sure, Al, if you're still with us, if you had any issue or anything you wanted to add. If so, you're welcome to call my cell phone. If for some reason we're having trouble hearing people here, but if so, if you want to call my cell phone, we can get you on. So sorry, I don't know why the sound is not working.
We have, especially Beth, she has team meeting there all the time with us and it works fine.
This is just showing their mute, mic's muted.
Yeah, well, I think some have tried to talk, but it's just, we are
No,
not
no.
able to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, unmute. Yeah, can't do anything.
I'll see Al did get off. Obviously, if he calls, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Mayor did have one other thing. I don't know if you want to bring that up regarding wage.
I just didn't know what it was. I mean, I'm fine. Mike, if you can hear me, I just figured out what that was you sent me last week and I'll get it signed, so I'll get my computer figured out too. I got problems in my office with my computer as well, so I'll get that scanned and sent to you right away. Did you catch that? All right. We'll just do hand signals. How's that work? I'll get that to you hopefully before the evening's out.
Do we have to sign any paperwork today?
Everything you needed, did you give them something to sign?
And that was for you to sign.
Okay, I signed some stuff for
That was the letter to the
SRF.
state revolving fund for Ms. Gail Hicks.
Yeah. They don't have anything to sign, do they? Con today?
Not for today.
No.
Not for today?
No.
Okay.
And Al did text. He just said I had to disconnect the text, but he said no issue there.
Okay.
I think he thought that was the most prudent path forward. So
Okay.
sorry about the technical difficulties.
I had no problem.
That happens. Our agenda didn't have anything else for new business.
And we didn't have anything for old business either.
One thing I haven't looked in the last couple of days on how they're doing on the building project.
It looked
They're
like the
doing good
ground
work.
was level, yeah.
They haven't put any stone in there yet.
I don't know.
I didn't see any when I was coming in.
Yeah, I don't go down that. I just see it from going to the
Yeah.
stop sign going that way, so.
I
don't
think
know.
last week we got all that rain, it slowed them down a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have anything.
The plant operator updates, he said everything was,
Operating as normal. Do you want me to read through it?
Unless you want to for your own entertainment.
I got my notebook here.
I do have a question for John when you guys get done.
Let's see, there's no employees on vacation for the month of August.
Water Department monthly duties.
Joe Murray's
Mhm.
gonna be on vacation August 27th.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, thank you. And then, do you want us to adjourn?
Last week.
Not yet.
Okay,
Pre-construction on the tower and on the other water project. We have those dates.
July 22nd at 10 in the morning.
I think I may have that. Is that for both of them?
Yes, yeah, we do them concurrently with each other.
Okay. Do you guys have that right?
What's that?
July 22nd?
that meeting,
Yes, that's a pre-construction meeting
I
for
think at
the water
11.
tower and the main.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Cause I have to sign some stuff on that too, don't I?
I do
There
too.
would be some documentation there to sign that day.
I do too.
On the
okay.
22nd.
And if that date doesn't work, we can reschedule if need to be.
No.
And that is,
That's at 11,
that's
I think,
on
Yeah.
Tuesday,
At 10.
10.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Yes.
So will we have a regular meeting then for the water board meeting for that, or just come in, you'll be presenting it, right? I mean,
Yeah, there would be representatives from both Will Power, low bidder on Division A, and Caldwell Tanks on Division B. Mike, will likely have a representative here as well. And we'll have SRF via Teams. They will want to be involved in that, but we'll go through, a lot of the, pre-construction activities. They've submitted their bond forms, their contracts. It'll be ready for your guys' review and signature at that meeting if you so choose to, and you could also issue the notice to proceed at that meeting. And then we'll kind of talk through some of the construction related issues and getting started on that. They have started submitting shop drawings. Those shop drawings are materials that they intend to use on the project. We've set out the specifications. They submit the shop drawings. We review and make sure they're in conformance with the specifications, but there'll be some discussion on that as well at that meeting. And then just kind of their plan of attack on how they're gonna construct things, make sure we fully understand the crews they're gonna have here, who's in charge, construction superintendent, that kind of thing. We'll talk through all that. Normally lasts an hour, hour and a half, somewhere around there.
So if everybody's here, we're gonna make that a public meeting.
yeah,
They'll have to get that in the papers.
right, for the.
Right.
If it's a true water board meeting, it would have to, if.
So will we run it or will you run it? I mean,
We can take care.
if you run it, then we won't have to have a meeting, right?
Well, you have,
That'd be better.
you have a quorum of people here. the problem.
Yeah,
So
okay,
that-
if we have the quorum, we need
So
to
we'll
have.
have to make it public, we'll have to hold it in here. So
Yeah.
let's just go ahead and go with it. Try and follow the rules.
Right. So we'll have a water board meeting at 10 o'clock,
Basically, yeah,
just for the open door policy.
right.
Yeah, and we'll have a handout that we'll follow. We'll get web for everybody. We'll kind of lead going through that discussion then.
Who
We'll
will,
let Beth know.
will I call her? Do you?
Yeah, can you let her know?
Yes.
So the 22nd.
Do we have enough time?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah, you just have to have.
48 hours, I
48
think.
hours.
Oh, I thought it was 2 weeks. Okay.
not a public hearing, I think it's 2 weeks, but this is just a public meeting.
Do I have to ask, she'll just know where to publish?
Yeah, she'll know what to do with it.
Okay.
So we'll just start a meeting and they'll take it over basically.
Okay.
That's all right. Can, yeah.
I don't have anything.
You have anything else?
We are.
I'm gonna leave you guys.
Okay.
Good to leave. Halfway, see ya.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I don't either.
I'll make a motion. We adjourn the meeting.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Now you hit the something button there that says
Yes.
leave
so,
meeting. Is that what it says, Matt?
Let's
see.
End. Leave meeting for all.